Okay guys, welcome back. This here is that 1981 GMC 3500 flatbed that I went and picked up in Idaho. We drove it back 500 miles all the way down to southern Utah, and it made it. It had a couple hiccups, but we made it just fine. Today I want to do a little bit of a budget makeover. It looks a little shabby, looks a little rough, hasn't had any love in a little bit, and I want to spruce her up just a skosh, but I want to do it on a budget. I want to do it cheap. So let me give you guys a walk around to kind of refamiliarize yourself with it. Haven't touched it literally since I brought it home a couple weeks ago. I just had it parked in the side yard and I moved it over here so we can get it cleaned up. But if you haven't seen that other video, go ahead and watch it now. But here's a recap of it. All right. Like I said, 1981. It was used as a race car hauler on the weekends, and then a farm truck, like they would stack hay and all that stuff on the back during the week when they were working it. Actually has chrome rims. I didn't realize that, but we're gonna paint them, I think, because they look like garbage. But we got to be pretty careful when we're cleaning this up. So I don't know if you can see it, this stuff's flaking off, and I'd like to keep those stripes. I imagine if you sanded it down you could go back to white, but what fun is that? All these doors are messed up. You could see right through that one. Same way on the other side. This door actually will open, but it'll fall off the hinges. Same with the other side. So I'm just gonna actually tack weld the corners of all of them, and because I don't need the box. So that's what we're gonna do. The rims, I mean, the chrome is literally flaking off. But I measured it. It's a 12-foot flatbed and 10 foot from the box back. So, gas tank still leaks. I could smell it here. What do you guys think? Those two tanks up there, one's for fuel, one's for water. I think I'm going to take both of them off. I don't know. I'm not digging the vibe of them. And then I like this cool little hitch that they made. Somebody had their thinking cap on. Yeah, over on this side is pretty much the same. This door actually fell open on the way home, and I took my floor jack and I propped it up there just to get it back in. But if you touched it, it'll fall off. But yeah, this side don't look too bad. It's pretty sun cracked, pretty bad right here. The red's almost all gone, but we're gonna try to keep it, try to save it. Once again, rims rusty real bad. They don't leak air though, so. And the tires look good, but they're dry rotting, they're old. Hood's in decent shape, hasn't buckled on the corners yet. Does need an adjustment. I probably won't do it. The windshield doesn't have any cracks in it. All the glass is pretty good. Interior is actually really good. Underneath them floor mats ain't super great, and the dash ain't great. But I mean, other than that right there, the seat's perfect. They had an old seat cover on it. Shift's good. Clutch is a little worn out, but it ain't horrible. You can get the job done. All in all, it's not bad. Doors you gotta slam. Typical for the age. But yeah, let's go ahead and get her cleaned up. We're just gonna keep it pretty simple. Bucket of water. SOS pad. I don't want to use a power washer because that'll for sure eat all the stuff off, and we're trying to save it. And with these SOS pads with the soap built in, you can go as light or as heavy as you want, and it'll knock that lip off of that paint. So it'll take all this rust right off and everything. So we'll show you what that looks like. I mean, like I said, you can go real heavy if you want to burn through and show a little metal. But I don't want to do that. I just want to keep the natural look. I don't want to really go for too rustic. Go ahead and put a little ice cold water in my bucket. It's December here in southern Utah, and it's about 60 degrees out, so a little bit chilly, but not bad. I guarantee that water's a lot colder than that though. So we'll just go ahead and wet this down. And we'll re-wet it as we need. Then we'll wet this down. Okay. So this, see how it's just taking that right off. I'll get you guys a little closer so you can see it. Okay, so see right there? See how it's just taking it right off, right there? You can see. Now, if you sit here and scrub the daylights out of it, it's for sure 100% gonna eat right through this white paint. But see all this rust right here? Just take it right off. Here's a good example on this mirror. And then we'll rinse it down here in a second. We'll just keep on doing the process, and I'll show you what this is gonna look like. Now granted, you're not just gonna be able to do this in 10 minutes, you know, this is kind of time consuming, but I'm gonna make a line right here so you guys can really see the difference. And after you rinse her off, you'll probably have to start over and do it again. Yeah, surprisingly, that water's not that cold. We're just doing a little bit right here, and then I'll show you the difference. We'll rinse her off. And I'll go right over to badges and everything. Now, full disclosure, I wouldn't do this on a nice car. This is like an old, trying to keep the patina and the rust. I wouldn't go do this to like those cars. No. So, don't go scratching up your guys' cars and then blaming me. Okay, this is just a quick sample. Let me put you back up here and we'll see. Kind of hard doing one-handed, but you guys will get the gist. So see how the rust is right there? Not here, but we could go a little more. And this, it's hard to see it, but it's smooth, where this is real rough. Smooth as a baby's butt. Even this, smooth, you know. I'll hit it again, but it just knocks that lip off, them little edges. I don't know if you can see the edge, but it just knocks it off and then makes it smooth, and then you could do whatever you want with it. But I'm gonna go ahead and sand this side down real quick, and I'll show you the next step. Okay, so I went ahead and did that with the whole truck. Oh, sorry, dropped that. Did that with the whole cab, I meant. I even hit the windshield and the glass, but I want to show you. Like I said, it just knocks the rough off. Now, obviously, you can still feel that, but it ain't sharp edges. And I went ahead and did the other side too. This side probably dried a little bit better. Now, you can still feel it, but it ain't rough. So Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a power washer lightly. I'm gonna go uptown to the car wash so I can use that soapy brush thing, because I don't want to drag all my stuff out, because then I'd have to winterize it again if it does get cold. So let's drive it up there and we'll get a quick car wash. Well, that's pretty much all she wrote about that. I got most of the chrome off the wheels. It's gonna come off. I'll have to sand them a little bit. So we'll go ahead and go home. I do believe the clutch is slipping a little bit though, so that's less than great. All right, we'll see you back at the garage. All right, we got her all washed up, so now we can move on to phase 2. It doesn't look too awful bad. You're not supposed to see that, so just ignore that. Nothing to see here, folks. But yeah, none of the paint really came off. I just used the foamy brush is all I did. A lot of the chrome still needs to come off. I'm gonna have to wire brush them. But yeah, back here looks good. A lot of the chrome came off here, which is great. We're gonna tack weld them doors up. Yeah, looks good. I don't know what color we're going to do the rims, but we'll paint them either white or black, I guess. And then, what do you guys think? I think I'm going to take those off. Yeah, we're going to take those off. All right, let me set up for phase 2 and we'll come right back. All right, you guys guessed it. We're going to do the patina sauce on this stuff. My grandpa used to do this recipe, and I'm going to do it as well. It's basically just 3 parts. It's equal parts of linseed oil and mineral spirits, and then 1/8% of like WD-40 or, you know, liquid wrench or whatever. So here's what you're doing. I use PB Blaster, just odorless mineral spirits so you don't knock yourself out, and then boiled linseed oil. That's right, as my mom says, boiled linseed oil. I'll show you. Anyway, so it's 50% this, 50% this, and it's supposed to be 1/8, but what I was taught is just 8 seconds, like spray it in. 1, 2, 3. So we're just going to do a small batch, so we'll do 4 seconds of this, and then half and half, roughly. So we'll just put it in a bucket, and we'll do, yeah, that looks good. And then we'll do this. So it's all guesstimate, really. And then, yep, that's about it. And then you just stir it up. And man, it smells pretty decent, really. So then I put it in this bottle, which I don't know if I'll be able to do one-handed. Oh yeah, like a professional. We're gonna need way more than this. But this will be good just to show you what I'm doing. Because I got a feeling this paint's gonna soak it up, and then I'll just use those rags real quick, but I'll show you. So how I do it is I just do a little spritzing on here, and I wouldn't do it on your concrete. And then I'll just do a little spritzing on my rag. And yes, it's probably a little excessive on the spritzing, but this is what I do. I just wipe it on. And it'll take a few coats. You know, I'll show you. I'll put this up here. And that's one coat. You can kind of see. Probably shouldn't have done it on the wheel because I'm going to end up painting those. So I'll give the whole thing one coat and then we'll come back and look at it again. Alright, so we did 2 coats all the way around. Not the top of the bed, but we did the sides. And there, we still got to paint the wheels. That's for tomorrow. But again, 50-50 and then just a couple squirts. If you do both parts, like one whole part of that and one whole part of that, do, you know, good 8 good seconds on that. So hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, that's a recipe from my granddad. He used to do body work and stuff back in the 80s. And yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. It's a little bit more shiny than I thought it was going to be. Rust hole there. It's a little shinier than I thought it was going to be, but I think it'll dull down once it dries because it's soaking wet. But yeah, this is definitely a lot more pop in it. Hood looks good. What do you guys think? Black rims or white rims? You guys just ignore that over there. Don't even look at it. I'll have to think about it. Not sure. Definitely looks better without the 2 gas cans, I think. They're just up there by ratchet straps anyway. They look kind of weird. Definitely looks better. Sorry about the wind noise, but I wanted to come out here and take a picture of it. Man, This thing looks good. Not too shabby. Alrighty boys, it's a new day, and it's been a few days since I cleaned up the old girl, and sadly I got bored with it, and it's off to a new home. I put it on the old Facebook marketplace and it sold right away, but here's how she's holding up. Like I said, we've got a little bit of dew in the morning and all that, and you know, it's holding up. It's just a cool looking truck, but I'm not going to do anything with it, so might as well just let it go on down the road to the next guy. But she cleaned up pretty good other than this, but that's all part of it, I guess. One last look at her. Did spray paint the wheels up. It's going to a 15-year-old kid, so it's going to be a father-son project, and how rad is it that a 15-year-old's going to be driving this thing around? This will be his first vehicle, so it'll stay local here in southern Utah, so I'll still get to see it every now and again. But their plans are to put this into a side-by-side hauler. So that's their plan. I think it's awesome, you know, keeping something kind of retro themed like this paint job, hauling around your side-by-side dirt bikes and stuff. It's awesome, man. How cool is that? So yeah, this will be the last time you ever see it on my channel. Kind of sad to see her go, but at the same time happy to see it go, if that makes any sense. So we got a lot of projects coming up. We got a Will It Run on this old girl right here. I'll give you a little sneak preview of that, which I'm sure you've seen it in the background of the video. But yeah, we got the Will It Run and Drive Home video on that, which is kind of exciting. And then we also have a new Jeep Wrangler, or new to me, Jeep Wrangler. And we're going to do a lot of stuff with that, and outdoor camping, overlanding type stuff. So stay tuned for that. It should be pretty cool. We've took off the Rubicon sticker and nicknamed it Stingray, and I'll explain all that in that video. But that's all coming up soon, so you guys have a good one, and hopefully you chime back in for the next one. And the next video out will be the start of the body swap. We got a body swap going on, and I'll show you the other cab to that. It's over here. It's a 1965 International, and I'm putting it on a square body. So yeah, just like that, she's gone forever. What a cool truck. She gone. On to the next one.